Some people get bored with stock cars. Some people get bored with stock guns. Learn about customizing your gun with Tu Nguyen from Twosee. Next.
Who wrote this? Who gets bored with stock cars?
No, not with stock cars, with stock cars.
No.
You know, they get bored with cars that are stock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel much
They don't
better.
get bored with stock cars. I knew you were going there.
You knew I was going there. Holy moly.
I'm like a moderator.
Okay, I feel much better. A lot of companies are frustrated with their websites. Yeah, frustrated. You love that. With their websites. It looks old. It's out of date, and it's not getting the customers. Well, Sage Tree gets it. Since 2005, Sage Tree has been helping companies with websites that look great, work great, and get leads. Stop being frustrated by your website and get one that you can be proud to share. You can contact Sage Tree today to get a website that makes the phone ring. Getting started is real easy. 866-728-9100. That's 866-728-9100. Get your website fixed today. I was wondering who this guy was. He's been sitting here all day. I just thought you guys found him out on the front of the store.
Exactly.
The station.
Just brought him in for...
and he's been playing...
Keep him warm.
He's been playing Mumbly Peg with these things on the table here.
How cool are those, Dave?
I don't know. They got lights and everything. I don't know what's going to happen next.
So this is our buddy, Tu. He's been...
I did, too.
Yep, longtime member of San Diego County Gun Owners. He's been to just about every gun prom.
Yeah.
Worked for Gunfighter Tactical, and he does his own custom slides.
Yeah, thanks for telling me Gunfighter Tactical moved.
You're very welcome.
From Miramar Road to someplace back in the woods.
Oh, you found it anyway.
I did find it. I had to go pick a hatchet up, but that's another story. So what do you got there, sir?
So I got a couple of slides. I designed and I cut all this thing in my shop.
Wow. Now, when you say a slide, for people that can't see, because here, let's do. Let's see which one can we use?
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of explain to people, what are these?
So this is the top part of the gun that hold the barrel inside of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's called a gun slide.
And you made that from scratch?
I cut all the shiny part. So the black part is the OEM or the stock slice.
Okay, gotcha.
And these are the cut that I make for different reasons. These right here are called an optic cut.
Okay.
They mean for you to mount these modern optics.
Oh, like the red dot.
Right. And then these for looks, for the Gucci part.
Gotcha.
There are functioning parts as well.
Lee should be all over that.
Yeah. So, for example, this slice right here, these are actually functional. The Glock Gen 5 start to implement it by stock, but the Gen 3 and the Gen 4 doesn't have it. So a lot of people, they send it in for me to have these cut. Serration, front serration.
What's that do?
Yeah, what's that do?
I think it creates a lot of grips.
Oh, just for the on their hand.
So you can rack the slide a lot better. Yep.
Okay, and that's the barrel laying right there.
That's the barrel.
Just fell out.
This right here is also a functioning cut. This is called porting. It's reduce a lot of muzzle rise, so your gun would shoot a lot flatter.
Gotcha. Okay, so it won't
jump all over
won't climb up on you.
Work very well. Yep.
Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different kinds.
Yeah, these are some full size. These are 2 full size.
Okay, so you're pretty versatile of doing pretty much anything and everything.
Yep, I am the shop that actually do the real custom stuff that nobody else on the market actually want to even get involved.
Right. Well, it looks like you had to invest in some equipment.
Well, I am an engineer. I actually own an engineering firm. I design custom product for both the biotech. The gun's actually a
hobby.
A size of that.
Yeah.
I started doing that.
It's going to turn into a full-size business.
It has been that way.
So you're getting a little back-ordered, maybe?
Yep. I'm about 2-3 weeks behind.
Good news.
I cut all these things yesterday. I was so busy. All this thing just done yesterday before I left the shop. Brought it here. Yep. So
So do you have a CNC machine?
I have two CNC. I have a CNC mill and I have a CNC lathe.
Why is it everybody has to have two? Nobody can just have one. They have to have two.
They do different things. The mill.
Is that what you told your wife? I
I
have to have two because this one does this and this one does that.
Oh, you got me. I'm not gonna run away from that. You got
it's
me.
the best way to
I
get
have
more than
I'm
one.
about to buy the third one. And
Yeah, right, because that does something totally different as well.
Exactly.
So you have a website?
I do have a website. It's TWOSEE.US.
So people go there first, take a look, see what you got.
Yep.
Then there's a place to contact you. Because I'm sure you got to talk to the customer to find out exactly what he or she's looking for.
Yep. Especially when you do custom work.
Because once you cut, measure twice, cut once.
Yep. Trying to be very careful with that.
Yeah, no kidding.
How did you get into firearms, too?
So I was born and raised in Vietnam. I was there for 20 years, and you can't have guns there. So when I first got here about 20 years ago, I got a job. I got my first credit card, and the first thing I bought
Was
guess
a
what?
gun.
A 1911. Seriously. And then I've been shooting since then. I love it. I think being an engineer, I like a lot about gun. There's a lot of design stuff like that.
Right.
It taught me a lot of stuff.
So
that's
this
how I
is
got
all
into it.
self-taught.
This is all self-taught.
Okay, so it's
Yep.
not like you went to school and
Nope.
What's your professional background?
I'm a mechanical engineer. I graduated from San Diego State University.
So that's where this came from.
Not really. Like I said, I was in automation robotics, and I do a lot of biotech back in the day. This started because back in the day, I send my gun out to shop to get it done, and when I get it back,
it's not
took
what
too
you
long.
want.
It's not what I want. So that's how I start. I've been a friend with Gunfighter Tactical since the beginning, like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And so when I start doing my own thing, they was like, "Where'd you get this done?" And I'm like, "I just do it myself." And they say,
Really?
"Oh, you know what? Can you do it for us?" I'm like, "Sure."
So how do you? So each of those cuts does something.
Yes.
I mean, some of it's kind of aesthetic,
Yep.
but there's a function.
Yep.
So how do you know it's going to do that?
So
You know what I mean?
there's two things. There's the optic cut itself. Like I said, I sent mine many years ago, and when I got it back, there's a thing that I didn't like about it. So I put a lot of time. This cut right here is my own design. The only one in the planet Earth, not just the U.S. offer this.
You should-
it's a very
you should
low.
patent it.
It's I have a bunch of patent going on right
Okay,
now.
good,
I
man.
talked to Mike recently. So it's very low. I think I have an optic here somewhere. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, leave it to her. She always
So
fixes it.
you see how low? Like, let me show you this. Majority of the RMR cut on the market, you need a very tall sight. This basically coordinate with the OEM size, very low.
Oh, wow.
These posts right here is actually functional. Majority of the cut, they don't have it, kind of like this. So when you put your optic on there, they move around easily. I hope that you never knock your
Optics?
slide or something like that.
Oh.
But if you do get run around and that's one of those situations and you knock it, it'll move. And then when you lose your zero, then it wants to point it off there.
Tell
this-
Dave what co-witnessing means.
Co-witness mean there's a dot in here by the.
Don't pay attention. I get
all
where
right,
you're
all
coming
right,
from.
you got me there. So
I don't know. No, really explain it. A lot of people don't know what co-witnessing is.
So original gun gun came with the iron sight, which is the rear and the front. You line up these things and you put it that straight line to where you want to hit, and you put a hole there. The new optic, they do some magic in there. So basically, they gave you a dot. You look through, you see the dot. You put that dot whatever it is, you put a trigger and put a hole there. So it's a good idea to have backup, meaning the old system consisted of the rear and the front iron in the same line with the new optic. So let's just say for some reason this thing doesn't work anymore. It is where it is. So originally, gun was designed. They didn't come with optic, from way back in the day. Now it's the optic has become very popular. So all the new gun these days actually start to come with this.
Now, what holds that firmly?
There's two screws. that
Okay,
hold it down
okay,
like that.
okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
So with the cut that most other people offer, you basically rely on a friction to clamp your optic down,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not moving. This right here, the post that I created, You put your optic in there, and literally it's there.
It's not moving.
So now only you need the screw to clamp it down.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's actually a lot better. And then it's very low. It's basically co with the stock iron.
So roughly, what do you charge for, say, a modification like that?
Optic cuts is about $150 to $175. Depends on how
Okay,
complex
you're
it is.
too cheap. CNC machines are very expensive.
Well, yeah.
So we'll bump that price up next.
Sure. And then these cut right here again. A lot of like these cut, they come from real experience. Like the requirement. I know. I'm fortunate. I'm hanging out with a lot of competent shooter.
Right.
They constantly give me feedback. Oh, I want this. I want that. And then that's where I say, all right, you want that? I'm an engineer. I know how to design something to make it work.
Yeah.
And then.
And since you want it, it's $50 more.
55. How about that?
We're going to work out great. I'll be your sales rep.
All right. I'm all in.
So if you're how many weeks behind?
2 weeks. The optic cuts is only same day, almost everything.
Oh, okay.
Same or next day. Yeah.
Do you
Only
get professional shooters, target shooters?
all day long.
So
yeah.
that's who your basic customer is, you think?
I'm gonna say maybe 10-20% are competition shooters, and then a lot of just regular people.
And the only reason you probably don't have more competition shooters is they don't know you.
Probably.
And the more you get out there, the more they find out. Or I'm sure if somebody beats another guy and the other guy looks at his gun and say, hey, where'd you get those?
Yep.
Of course, you're not in a big hurry. I mean, you because you don't want to be 6 months out.
Well, that would be a good problem to solve because, again, I was an executive in the corp before I quit my job and to go full-time with it. So I know how to scale thing up and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So all the thing from the beginning, I cut slide right now. That's why it's very fast.
Right.
But when, let's just say this day, I have 20, 30, I have all the program. I have people that I train that can
You
just
do it
run
at
the
your
machine.
house, or do you have a
No,
shop?
it's a big machine. It's the
Oh, your wife wouldn't let you bring that thing in the front room?
Probably.
That's great. Well,
I try that, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, it never does. I love engineers. I love it when people look at something and say, you know what, I can do that. Because the person that did it for you, that's probably what they thought at one time. Right?
Until they try and they'll say, actually, it's not that easy.
You just turn on the CNC machine, walk away. No?
You come back sometime, there's
It looks
smoke,
smoke.
shattered glass and stuff like that. You don't want that.
That's pretty cool. Give the website out one more time.
Yep. TWOSEE.us.
All right, very
All
good.
the information's there.
There you go, Mike. You want to get your guns modified?
I'm thinking about it.
Alpine Mortgage, primeres.com/Alpine. Hey, if you're looking to buy, refi, or if you're just considering reverse mortgage, call our local mortgage guy that you can trust. Call Chris Wiley at PRMI Mortgage. For nearly 25 years, Chris has been helping local San Diegans with all their mortgage needs. They make it super easy. You can work with a friendly expert team that will help you get the best deal on a mortgage. Give Chris a call at 619-722-1303 or primeres.com/Alpine.
So we're talking to Tu about his custom slide cuts.
Yeah.
Now, do you have limitations? Can you cut any slide, or there's just a certain make and model, or?
So if it's physically possible, I do it. Like I said,
So you're just not a Glock guy or a Smith & Wesson
No,
guy.
I cut all optic. On my website, people see how crazy I go about. I literally cut every optic that available out there on the market, and every gun or different model that available out there. I have a lot of people sending them out of state. That they talk to a lot of other shop that's much bigger than me, but they wouldn't even discuss about a project. So like I said, if it's physical, and physical possible mean, like if you give me a slide that is shorter than the optic that you want me to cut, I don't know how to do that.
Right, that well. Yeah.
Yeah, well, for example, like fit that in there. I don't know how to lengthen the slide, but if it actually looks like it fit there.
Do it. You would just make a new slide.
Well, sawed it off,
Saw
and
it
then,
off,
add
extend
an
it,
extension,
weld it.
and just like...
So when you go to Gunfighter Tactical, do they have a display that just normal walk-in customers can see and say, ooh, what is this?
We in the same building. You walk into Gunfighter Tactical, they'll take the order and we'll do it for you.
Well, the reason I'm saying is, like, if you just walk in and you're waiting to be serviced or helped, there's a little, piece of cardboard and there's that there. And
Well, I guess how does somebody know what they want? Do you have samples and examples? Or
We have a lot of sample, and on my website, there's my Instagram information on there that have probably 200 posts right now with literally everything that I can imagine.
But the people
ask
that come to you, they pretty much know what they want.
Yeah, they know me. You just start with an
And they know what they want on this, what you're going to do. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
They just can't find anybody to do what they want.
Right. And the detail of it. So the cut that people offer out there are kind of like obsolete. They're kind of old. So there's a lot of new design, and I constantly update it, based on feedback and stuff like that. So when they talk to me, that would say, hey, actually for this specific of what you want, you have 4 options. The shield, the MP shield is one of the gun that is getting a lot of, start to gain a lot of popularity right now. So I have actually 4 options, and I got literally people ask me every day. So I write like a post. Okay, here's all your options. Here's why you should go with this and that and that.
Yeah.
So,
Quit asking me. Just do like I tell you.
I'm an engineer, so I'm more interested in talking to people about what they want, and I think getting the customer what they really want or really need is more important than trying to sell a job or something like that. That's just
you're more for the challenge.
Yeah,
you want
I
somebody,
like to do whack stuff.
You want somebody to come to you and give you a challenge,
something that I can't, that's tough to do.
Or I can't find anybody that can do this. Is there any chance you could do it? Yeah.
No, there's many cases like that. I told him, take $10 to ship me your slides, and there was a gun shooter club in New Jersey, something like Jersey, sharpshooter, something like that. The guy called me, hey, I found it online, and I have this gun, I love it, and I talked to literally 5 biggest company in the U.S., and they don't even want to take the project in. So I told the guy, I said, $10, just ship the slide back to me, and I'll tell you if it's
doable,
possible or not. In fact, I finished that slide that night that I got it in the mail. I mailed it back to him the next morning. I told him, like, custom work should take like a week. Because I don't want to go home. I'm like, this thing, like, that's one of those things where I'm like, it would be so cool to do.
You had to get to the bottom of it.
Just got to get it.
Well, because you got to hold it in your hand before you
I have it right here.
Have you ever had to turn somebody down? You got the slide?
I don't think so. This is not a whack gun. It's some kind of, I go blank right now. It's on my website. It's really weird. It's a collectible gun. Literally everybody on Reddit said, there's no way you'll cut this. And the guy found me, same thing, guys sent it to me, and I cut the gun that night. I sent it back. Now, everybody that owned that gun sent it to me. It's in the picture. I have to create like a special plate to fill back in some of the place. But anyway, I don't think I ever turn anybody out. Like I learned in the lesson, I was like, if you take your optic and you put it on your slide longer than the slide, that's one thing.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, as long as it fits and they want to make a modification.
Sick, yeah.
And you're probably constantly thinking of different ways to modify it to make it either better or maybe different or more efficient.
Yep. I have quite a few patent in my corporate life for medical devices, and but recently I had a few. I have 2 going on right now. Why I'm doing this, I saw things that I don't understand why people haven't done it yet. So,
well, like you said, it's too difficult.
Yep, it's too. Yeah, well, I guess there's a business. I guess there's a business side all about.
And there's people that are lazy. They don't want to go above. See, you've been doing this and to you, it's a challenge. It's not. It's really not a business at this point. Yeah, it's a business, but it's not a business.
Guys, just give it to me.
I want you to challenge me.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's where you get better product. When you can challenge an artist, and that's what you would be considered in my world to be an artist. I come from the car world. Guys that can chop the top on a car and make all the glass fit and make it look like factory, but it's not. See, those people blow me away. And same thing with something like this. Yeah. And not everybody can do that, and not everybody can do that.
Yep.
And it doesn't make a difference how big your CNC machine is. Because if you don't know how to operate it and put the right numbers in.
Or want to do it as best as can.
Yeah. Well, it's funny is that you do it so quickly.
Because I can't wait to. Well,
you can't wait to see the end result.
Like I have to see the result. Like I just can't. I'm like.
So you can't go to bed until it's done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's many nights. My wife's like, "Where are you?"
I'm in the shop. What do you mean? I'm in the shop.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's awesome. What's the biggest challenge? How do you, what do you have to be aware of? Like, why can't just any old schmo cut a slide?
Cut and slide sounds simple, but there's a lot of things you have to watch out. Actually, learn it the hard way. There are feature in the slide itself, like safety plunger and stuff like that. You have to know. You can't, because the bottom line, because after you cut the slide and the gun does not function anymore, then what's the point?
Like trying to dig in your yard without a digger.
Right, and then there are and then there's so many different guns. SIG, they have their own thing. CZ is kind of different. Glock is different. They're all different. So because now I cut literally everything, so I know I have like a checklist that I go to every time I do a custom job. I'm like, okay, don't do this, don't do that. Check for this, check for that, and then that helped me not screwing up. Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you don't even put straight lines in. You put circles and.
Yeah, it's called high efficiency. I think probably haven't seen people done that.
No.
Back in the day, it'll cost you a $15,000 license to get the software to do that.
And is there a purpose to have it?
Yes, there's a purpose. You look at all that thing right now, you see that evenly, right? So the computer calculate, and then long story short, is your end mill every time it cut the same exact amount and not, and that's how you get the best cut out of that. That's probably like high in the artist scale of machining. Yeah.
Now the rough edges on the outside, is that purpose?
Which one?
For
the serration, because it's one grip. Yeah, you want grip.
Okay,
yeah.
you want grip.
Yep. But you see, like right there, that's how it come out.
Get a grip, Dave.
I try so hard.
So that slide right there, that's how it come out of my machine. No burr. That's one of the things. Like it's on. Like
so there's no burrs.
So there's many people that actually grab that slide and just shoot them like that. They just like it so much. Like I'm not gonna code it. I've never seen clean machining like this.
Wow.
And many gun slide make it out of stainless steel, so it won't rush. And I know even Glock is not a stainless steel slide, but I have so many competition shooter that shoot probably 300-400 rounds a week. And I've been shooting a slide cut like that for a year and a half now, no rush.
Wow.
So, and then they just like it. All these things right here. All of this that you see in this table is how they come off my machine.
So you don't mess with them. You don't.
Yeah, so it's funny. There was a guy that found my Instagram and come on board and send me like a funny pictures, like the foreman versus like the apprentice. I'm like, when I get to do some real machining or,
Right.
instead of sitting in deburr and stuff. So I wrote him back. I said, come to my shop because there's no deburring in my shop.
And you don't have that machine.
Well, everybody has a CNC machine, but
a deburring machine.
The CNC is the deburring machine.
Oh, is it?
If you write the program to 3D deburr,
it'll do it.
That's what I do. I spend way too much time. But I'm like, if you can do it, why not? And then it takes a little bit of work, but if you the next time you do it, it's just there. You just hit the button and clean everything yourself.
Well, and the other nice thing about not coding it or anything, it stands out. So the guy standing next to you that hasn't had it done and he sees that, he goes, he's gonna ask.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's funny. I donated a couple of slides to Gun Prom last time, and there's a few people like, dude, that looked unfinished. I actually had people call the next morning and
looked
order.
Unfinished.
Yeah, it looked for it because I didn't paint it, but I have 4 order the next morning. It's like I want that exact slide because I've never seen it anywhere.
Yeah.
So, it's getting a lot popular now. Two-tone.
And those are the people you don't sell to. Yeah, it's unfinished. Forget about it. I think that's just
pretty cool, isn't it, Dave?
I think it's really cool.
I love how much there is to do in the gun world.
Well, and like I said, I like artists. I like people that love what they do. They're passionate, and you definitely are passionate about what you do. And I can't imagine what's coming down next.
Yeah, bottom line is there's nobody right now cutting fly in the same day. I have people that drop off all the police and all the service people. Yeah, they say, hey, it's my service. I'm like, drop your fly right here, go get the sandwich and come back and get it.
When you're ready.
Nobody does that right now.
Yeah, but you know what? Action Jackson's going to get a CNC machine.
Oh, then he's going to beat me.
You're going to do it, Jackson?
He's the answer.
See, he's already ready.
He's going to beat me for real.
Hey, you could probably train him. He could be your apprentice.
He's going to call it the Music Factory.
Yes, he is. All right,
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.